M&T Bank Stadium.
Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. And it looked like he was able to get it back. So a big sigh of relief there, as that would have... his way to start this ball game. Off the play fake, here's Jackson, rolling to his left. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Jackson going to keep it running right. And maybe the wrong read there, as he's going to go down immediately.
That's a big letdown defensively. They had him stop behind the line, but the face mask going to bail the offense out.
And the hand does not have to be up there for too long. Just a little bit of a grab is going to be enough to get the call and the 15 yards against him.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mitchell now off the option.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Play action. Now Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Jackson.
At the Niners 7-yard line.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Hey, middle.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. That was a big throw right there on 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to be prepared for you to throw the ball on 3rd and goal. Because really, 2nd down, 2nd and goal, that's your play action time, and you're not sure whether they're going to run it or throw it. 3rd down, you're usually sure they're probably going to pass it. Even more impressive that they got it done, and on the opening drive of the game.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Birdie from his own end zone.
That's caught out right by Jennings. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Oh, right on the heels of a pick six, another ball intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson now. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second.
On 2nd down, Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham, 40 yards. And the Ravens add 6 to their lead. Now Lamar changing the play. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Purdy looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Purdy. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Boy, a little panic here early. A first-quarter onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And 4 at the 37-yard line.
Go get him now.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
19, 49ers 6.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Report.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead. In the second quarter and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Purdy now to throw off the play action. And this is caught, Jennings. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll take this across midfield. And
read you like a book, boy.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
They go play action with Jackson. He completes it to Beckham. Down inside the 10. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we?
Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the foul.
And now it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. Oh, some strong running. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now a 2nd and 10.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Marlon Humphrey on the tackle. A gain of 15.
Play action. Now Purdy.
First down.
And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a 2nd quarter onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Jackson. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun. A swing pass here to Edwards. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Edwards will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Purdy. And his throw here is incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out on Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
San Francisco.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to... And now here is another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
No, we changed it. Let's go, fellas.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson, option right. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Jackson to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over once again.
I hope those timeouts were worth it.
5-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college.
And that's caught inside the 35. as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
14.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And this time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel from 4 yards out. And the Niners are able to claw one back. They go with McCaffrey. And he is not going to make it to the end zone. And that's pretty reflective of their game as a whole, as they'll remain down by a bundle. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And quickly they get to the line.
It's a loss of 8. Brings up 2nd and 18. At the 33.
Play action. Now Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a lot.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They go play action here. Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Purdy. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. On 4th down, here's Purdy. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 38. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1. Up the middle. Here's Edwards. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. From the gun, it's Jackson. This is caught inside the 15. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Jackson. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the 2nd half. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Trying to get 1 more in here before the quarter breaks.
At the 24-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens Ravens continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Back to the air on second down, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Room past the 35. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Now defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Play action. Now Purdy. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Throwing here, Purdy. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 4-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Purdy and the Niner offense, they'll stay on the field. They'll try to go for 2 here. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, They always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
To the right side, this is Edwards. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we needed to.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Now Purdy. Completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now 2nd and 3. Purdy. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Purdy. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Purdy will look to throw again here. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
He moved from your former position senior year, strong safety.
Yeah, sometimes they get you up near the line of scrimmage, or you're trying to time up a blitz. You've got to get it right, otherwise that flag comes out and you just cost your team some yardage.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the 49ers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Now Purdy. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands.
You are the sorest loser I've ever played.
Capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. It would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.